I was 6 years old when I went to my first concert. That was in Greystones in Ireland, and there was a country singer playing guitar, and I loved the music. And from then on, actually, I wanted to play guitar. My parents, they were both musicians. My father was a ballad singer, an Irish tenor, one of these famous Irish tenors, and my mother played the accordion. So I had from there, but it was very special because I went alone in the night to a concert at 6 years old, so it was also special, yeah. So. Ohm was like a garage band. We all were like 19 years old or so when we first met. I was playing with Bobby Boori even before that, as in the Rolling Stones band, and playing Jimi Hendrix songs or Cream, that sort of. And then when I was 23 or so, we founded Ohm with Freddie Studer and Urs Leimgruber and Bobby Boori and myself. So that was a special gathering because it's not easy to find Lucerne is a small town, to find such musicians. Of course, at the beginning we were, really greenhorns, you can say. But there was always some kind of special energy in this band, and we were very lucky in the 70s. The band was formed in 1972 until 1982. 10 years we were together, and that was actually my learning. I never went so much to school. I learned a lot by myself, and we played with Ohm. There was not so many bands like us who had the combination of rock influenced and then free jazz, because Urs Leimgruber, he was listening to Archie Shepp, Pharoah Sanders, people like that, and I was listening to McLaughlin, so that was a special groove. And then in all Germany, maybe there were 3 bands like this, so we were quite successful, and we were able to play in Montreux, and we recorded that, and then we got in touch with ECM. Of course, that helped tremendous, and so with their help, we were able to play all over Europe. In those days, though you can really say those were the days. The band was really happening. We were driving up and down Germany. We had 3 Ford Transit. Just imagine how much we toured. 3 Ford Transit we drove. Jimi Hendrix was, of course, a very, very exceptional musician. I think every guitar player still can be surprised at the way he played guitar and the energy that he had. And he was an improviser. He was a great improviser. You can see that nowadays, even with all the videos and so. And I had, as I said, with Bobby Boori, I had a jazz drummer called Joseph Muff. We had a trio playing already then that was in the late 60s. So, Hendrix was a big, I always liked the energy that he had, and And I also like Hendrix, especially because he had this energy, but he also had the ballads. He had really nice, like, love songs or so. And I think he was like, you can say, perfect musician. Like, he had the whole spectrum of music in his heart, and he had I don't know, nobody's, I suppose, one of them. He's a genius, you can say. Yeah. I played with many drummers. Of course, Freddie Studer we started playing together when we were 16 years old in my mother's garage. He had, at that time, hadn't even got a drum set. He was playing on the cardboard boxes and hitting a piece of metal as a cymbal, and I was playing over a radio. Of course, it was distorting like hell, but of course I liked that. So we started off, and so it's a long way with him, and we did many projects together, like the Hendrix project, first with Phil Minton. That was my idea to form a project with Hendrix tunes, because at that time Werner Uehlinger from Hat Hut, he asked, I was already recording for him, and he said, why don't you play some music from somebody else? And then I thought, Duke Ellington, that was those days, a whole lot of jazz musicians were playing like music from Coltrane or several, Parker or whoever. And so I thought, well, the most closest to me in my youth was Hendrix. So then I got the idea I could do a Hendrix project. Of course, I didn't want to play copy Hendrix like years ago, but do something fresh with it. And of course, in the meantime, I had a lot of experience with improvised music. So I asked Phil Minton, which actually is a crazy guy for such a project, and I think he did a great job. You have to understand English quite good, but then you get the hang of it, how he was able to change or manage to sing these songs so that his girlfriend or his wife didn't get angry, because the texts are a lot sex stuff the whole time, and in this age, it would have been funny. But talking about the drummers, so Freddie, and then when I was 50, I met another drummer at the jazz school, Fabian Kuratli, and I really miss him. I seldom played with a drummer like that again. He was also a fantastic drummer. And of course, with New Bag, we always had very good drummers like Burkhalter, also Lionel Friedli. I had a lot of contact then with the students from the school, the best students, yeah. And of course, another one, everyone has something special. Like Han Benning, of course, was also a crazy guy. Was sometimes not so easy to play with him, because he'll do just what he wants. He won't. He has no mercy. When I grew up, when I was about 19, after playing like this the rock era, I wanted to go and learn properly, So I went to Wengen. In those days, Volker Kriegel, the German guitar player. They had a workshop from the which was organized by the Swiss jazz school Bern. So I went there, and then I got some confidence because in those days I felt unsecure, and so I went then to the jazz school, but they had no proper teacher there. And within a year, they asked me to teach. I was always already fairly good at playing, but actually I would have been much better. I'd have had a proper teacher. But so I was teaching in Bern for 7 years, and I was going with the train from Lucerne to Bern and back. I knew all the flowers on the way, and then of course Bern was very bebopish. They kind of stopped at the bebop era. They didn't. There was no electronics. No rock stuff, and so I thought we could do something similar in Lucerne, and Cope, this like the Migros, they somebody what was his name, Metzler. He was in charge then of these Coop, what's a Freizeit, what you call the school, kind of, yeah. And so he asked me and Bobby Buri and Peter Sigrist, I think it was them three, to if we would teach at the school, and then slowly but surely more and more came into, and then of course I was, when the professional school started, it was about 1990, I was very much involved. I was also in the directory, in this gremien, So I developed, I had a lot of students came to Lucerne because they also wanted to learn other things about, not only just about jazz and about bebop. So we were very successful. It was the biggest school in Switzerland at that time. Well, the question about the most satisfaction I got out of which project, of course, when you're in a project, you think this is the best project. So I was mostly quite happy with all the projects. But if I think back, of course, one which was very special for me was the composition of the 20 guitars, electric guitars, and 4 electric basses and drums. Unfortunately, this composition is not being played so much. We played about 3 times, but of course, I could gather you could say the best students from the school, which I had teach for many years. I was 45 years at the school. So, of course, in the meantime, a lot of my students got really famous and doing their own thing and very good. So that was great to have them together again. Also, I think when I was 50, I formed the band New Bag. That was also, we had a great time. That was super. And of course, Ohm is still like friends. I think that's one of the nicest things that you can experience, to play music with your best friends. That's really something that is really satisfying. Next projects are, I'm bringing out 2 new recordings. One is with I was in Ireland, in my old hometown last year for 3 months, and I met Izumi Kimura, a pianist, and she asked me if we could improvise together. She came to a concert, and so I thought, oh well, why don't we record, and we can use it if it's good, and if it's not so, then it's okay too. So I just had the idea, and it came out really nice. So that's one. And Jerry Hemingway, he helped me a lot also with that project. By the way, he is also, of course, one great drummer, but more for a jazz side. Then there's a double LP coming out. Should arrive tomorrow. It's a old recording. It's a project. It's 30 years old. I was asked by the Schaffhausen Jazz Festival, like in 1995, to do a project, a carte blanche. And I asked my friends, Freddie Studer and Urs Leimgruber, and then I also added a second drummer, Jim Meneses, and Kevin Bruce Harris. He played with Coleman, Steve Coleman, and then Herb Robertson, who, he died last year. Very sad. But he's on that recording. He's really playing great. And Jim Meneses found this tape at home when he was cleaning up, and he wrote me. I had forgotten completely about this project 30 years ago, but when I listened to it, it's really fantastic. We're all I was 46 years of age, and really, at my peak, you can say. In regards technique, and also the compositions are quite nice, and it was a live concert, and I'm bringing that out, yes. And otherwise, I have still this the trio Morpheus Strungs with also old friend, bass player Wolfgang Zwiauer, and Lukas Mantel on drums. Then another old friend, Jamaluddin Takuma, fantastic bass player. He used to play with Orne Coleman, and we know each other for years, and also were playing in this also Hendrix project with Erika Stucki. That'll be a tour, a trio tour. Next year, then I'm proud or happy that I was asked to play with Jan Brönnimann, Jan Gallagher Brönnimann. He has a new project called Optical. It's with visuals. I just played the first 2 concerts last week with him, and more to come in fall. Then there's Florian Arbenz. He has also a fantastic group, which I like a lot. It's with London, also English players, and they're all outstanding. They're really great. I love playing with them, yeah. And another duo is, I have another dribs and drabs, like a small concert here or there or whatever. With Urs Leimgruber, we have a duo. We're playing at Schaffhausen Festival, if he can make it, because he is ill. But I hope he'll be. I think that's it.